What if the perfect kitchen had no walls? Just a muddy bank and the courage to build. One storm and the shelter washes away. Skill versus the elements. A metal tripod raised from the rock socks. Fresh herbs ground by hand. A heavy roast hung over open flames. But the work starts here. A single green tarp. She ties the first line. The shelter is up. Next, the foundation for the fire. She kneels on the rocky bank. Heavy metal poles pieced together. The German Shepherd watches the progress. Joints lock tight. The frame must stand steady. One weak leg ruins the cook. The hanging hook drops into place, ready for the weight. Infrastructure built. The focus shifts. Fresh garlic on the wooden board. The knife blade moves fast. Chopped green herbs follow. A dark clay pot holds the mix. She folds the greens into heavy butter, mixing until smooth, the first layer of flavor. Then comes the main event, a raw, heavy leg of meat. She scores the flesh with a sharp blade, deep cuts to hold the heat. The chain locks in. She hoists the dead weight, suspended over the smoking pit. Gravity pulls it straight. The meat hangs ready. Dry seasoning hits the raw cuts. Then the herb butter. Her hands spread the thick green paste, working it deep into the scored lines. A heavy coat protects the surface. Patience versus the open flame. Every inch covered. The fire takes over. Smoke rises into the canopy. The heavy lifting is done for now. She walks into the rushing river. Cold water washes off the grime. A moment of quiet. The roast cooks on the bank. Rest ends quickly. A second green tarp across the grass. She stretches the heavy canvas, more cover for the site, reaching high to secure the lines. The camp expands its footprint. Below, the fire crackles. The heat holds steady. Hours later, the exterior is browned and tight. Small onions and garlic on the board. She wraps them in thick foil, a protected pocket for the coals. Then, the final glaze. A fork carries the remaining herb butter, basting the hot crust. Sizzling fat hits the rocks. The finish line is close. Off the chain, resting on the wooden board. The blade slices through the dark crust, perfectly cooked. The German Shepherd sits at attention. She takes the first bite. The raw cut from earlier is now a feast. A fire pit built by hand, a roast smoked for hours, a camp secured against the wild. Sometimes the hardest way is the best way.